could have been and never was. Just stop it. So there are a lot of reasons that we feel like we need to hold on to something because of the perceived possibility, because of our viewpoint, or something in our mind that says there's potential here. And it's not just a romantic relationship. It could be, wow, I'm really hoping that, my siblings or my parents would get closer, and that's like never gonna happen. And you're grieving about it. Why? It could be the relationship you thought, oh, this guy, this girl, it was gonna work out, it was gonna be all of that, but it didn't work that way. And so what happens is you have I call it an unfulfilled expectation. Unfulfilled expectation where you really thought that this was going to be something because you looked at possibility and potential instead of pattern. What I mean by pattern is that you see, and let's say it's this person, you see all of their behaviors, but they point in the opposite direction of go. Make sense? So stop it. Just stop crying over it. You can grieve a business that never took off because there was some potential. You can grieve an opportunity that looked like, oh my God, this is it, because you're focused on the opportunity. You're looking at the possibilities, but there were other indicators that you just basically ignored. We call those red flags. Again, it could be in relationships, it can be in anything. And so we talked about this yesterday on Clubhouse. Sorry, my phone is ringing. So, and also, I want to say something. Sometimes the hardest thing to bury is something that never lived. It never lived. There was never any breath in it. Oh my God. Nobody realized you were grieving because technically nothing happened. And so then you have friends that don't realize what you've gone through. And so you may have little triggers or reactions, and they have no idea how you are reacting or why you are, let me say it like this, why you are reacting the way that you are. So then they start acting funky. Oh my God. So the hardest thing to bury is something that never lived. So watch this. There's no funeral for it. Nobody sent flowers. When the friendships never became what you hoped. I mean, it's just like a litany of things. And I want you to kind of lean into that and pay attention. If this is you, please say something in the comments. If you were in a situationship and you thought it was going to be something, but it never was. And so back in the, hey, how you doing, beloved? Back in, like, some people, I'm gonna give you a hard one. When somebody is involved with somebody that's already married, but you're holding on, hoping they're gonna divorce that person and marry you. You already started out wrong, so why do you think it's gonna end up right? Well, so the hope happens, but the expectation did not happen. Let me fix my hat. Potential is not partnership, beloved. Potential is not partnership. Potential is not partnership. And so we see the potential, we see the possibility, but why do we keep ignoring the pattern? This happened. They said this. They keep doing it. I'm sorry. Blah, 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 blah. The words and the actions are not matching up. You have? Okay, Lavelle. All right. So good. I'm talking to somebody out there. Somebody out there. And so, like, so did you learn from it? Did you grow from it? You know, what was your journey like for the next time? And then we have to be careful. I met a lady a couple of days ago, yesterday actually, I'm sorry, the day before, and she had two husbands, not one, but two that died on her. So then she made an inner vow and she said, I'll never be open again. I'll never love again. What? I mean, I didn't know her. She was a total stranger. And so for her to share that with me was interesting. And I wanted to kind of get in there and kind of break that up and straighten it out. Because, and so all I could say is when we make these inner vows, beloved, we shut down all opportunity because we were wounded over here. Now the hope that we used to have has faded. It's gone. Think of, I want you guys to look this up. It's a cactus, but the flower is called Queen of the Night. Just Google Queen of the Night flower. At sunset, so it's like this, all closed up, but at sunset, it begins to open. And it's really slow, and if you miss it, you just missed it. And what happens is it begins to open, and it's so beautiful. By the time it's midnight, somebody say midnight. Midnight, it's open, it's bloomed, it's beautiful. But by 12:01, 12:02, 12:15, it starts to fade. And by the morning, it's gone. And I think of two things. The Bible says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. The other thing I think of, hope deferred makes the heart sick. So when your hope has been deflated, when your hope has been smashed, taken away, whatever you want to call it, it makes you sick. It crushes your spirit. It deflates your soul. And so why in the world would you want to do all that? So for instance, let me kind of give you a view of this. You see that? It's way out there. And it's far. It's close enough to see. But it's far. But it's still close enough to see. That's how vision is. It might be out there, and that's the key. It's out there and still close enough to see. Y'all see that? So don't let a disappointment take away your vision. You still have to see that there's opportunity. You still have to see that there is hope. Without a vision, the people perish. Without a vision, there's no revelation. There's no understanding. Y'all really should be sharing this out because this is good. If I could cash out my own self, I would. If I could cash out my own self. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, why is my thing not doing that? Hold on one second. Oh, I guess it's not happening today. So okay, Lavelle, you said that you leave. Right. Okay, so you leave, but then what do you do when you see the next opportunity come? What do you do, Lavelle? Do you just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm not doing this. This is bootleg. This is too painful. I am, like we say the words, I will never, and that's where we get in trouble. I will never. That's not no bueno. You wanna, it's the hurt, the disappointment, the despondency is normal. So I don't want to make it sound like, oh, you shouldn't feel like that. No, you absolutely should feel like that, but it's only for a time. It's kind of like when somebody passes away, There is a time for mourning. You grieve. There's a time for that. And everybody is different on how they grieve and how long they grieve. But the thing is, it can't last forever. It can't control what you do, whom you do it with, and it shouldn't cut off the quality of your life. Does that make sense? I've seen where people lose people either through death or like a relationship, it didn't work out, and you just fold, or you're just bitter, you're just angry. And it darkens, it darkens a part of your soul. That's not good. Not good. Hold on 1 second. I wanna let me turn this down. So when I say, and this is not necessarily this is not necessarily something you have to answer right now. It's not something you need to answer right now, but within your own journal time, within your own trying to work things out, you want to journal about it, write about it, you do want to talk about it, and you want to work things out. And it's always good to talk to somebody else about it, somebody that's just, they don't necessarily have to have an answer for you. They just need to be like a listening ear. Does that make sense? I mean, they may not be a therapist, but it's good when you have that listening ear, because you got to get it out. So I'm trying to find something here. Really? Oh, that's what I'm looking for. All right. So yeah, you want to get it out. So my topic was, stop crying over things that could have been and never was. Because at the end of the day, you got to have an honest look at your own life. You got to have an honest look. Over here trying to share stuff. You got to have an honest look at your life. You have to have an honest look and take accountability. I'm sorry, I hate to look away. I really hate to look away. But I'm on my iPad and I'm trying to share something. But because at the end of the day, there is accountability for you, your choices, your decisions. And then if this other person is involved, you got to know, I mean, what's her name? Angela. I just talked about her the other day. Anyway, she said, when people show you who they are, believe them. I'm going to add something to that. Please believe them. Because we can change ourselves. We can transform ourselves. We can do personal development, which I say, please do that. But we cannot do that for anyone else. It can't be done. That's a personal decision that every individual has to make. So you can't get caught up in a net over, well, they had so much potential and they had blah, blah, blah. No, okay. But then what did they do with it? And how did you get treated in the interim while they was pretending to be something they were not? And then again, hope deferred makes the heart sick. So you're hoping, you're investing all this time in the individual and you got nothing. Wow, 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 wow. All right, so I'm gonna end this. I think I want to put my little link in here, because this is about sowing into your own field and investing in you, knowing your value, knowing your worth, knowing what you bring to the table, and knowing how you should be treated and respected, and what it is to be honored. And that starts with honoring yourself. Hello? Somebody. Hello, 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 hello. So anyway, I put a link at the bottom. Sewing into your own field, investing in you. Go on there. I got some free stuff on there. I got some great inspirational thoughts for the day. I got a lot of stuff. If you click the link, invest in you, I got some videos. I got a wow. I got a mini master class over there. I have some PDF downloads for you. I got like a whole thing if you click on the link that says invest in yourself. So please invest in yourself. Please know your value. Please know your worth. Because at the end of the day, it's about you and it's about time. So I'm going to leave you with this song that I wrote. I'm going to leave it with you and then I'm going to get up out of here. All right? So I want you to have an amazing day and have it on purpose. Oh, my thing is, hold on 1 second. All right, let me disconnect this thing over here. Did anybody have any questions before I go? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Because if not, flowing into your own field. It's about you and it's about time. It's time to pour back into you. Plant the seed, nurture your dreams. Watch what Jehovah brings you through. You've poured into everyone else. Now it's time to invest in